Welcome back to the round 14 AFL Taz live stream. Terry White Kenmart NWFL Senior Women's Contest between the Ulverstone Romans and the Devonport Magpies. And apologies for us cutting you off there before with regards to the first responders. Our first responder best player for Ulverstone was Bo Clemens, and for the Devonport it was Evan Lockwood, and Braden Van Buren took home the cup between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies. Joining me in the commentary for the round 14 fixture between the Ulverstone Robins, who are sitting, I think, second on the ladder at the moment, doing very well in the Terry White Kenmart NWFL Senior Women's Competition, is the president, Gary Carpenter. Welcome, Gary.
G'day, Xavier, and listeners or viewers today. What a beautiful day here at Ulverstone, down here at the park, and great to come down. If you're in walking distance, come down and watch this women's footy. It's like a summer's day.
It certainly is. The ball's been kicked there by Tani Morris for Devonport, but Ulverstone are able to retrieve. It comes to Courtney Hingston and goes wide. She's looking for Tyra Conkey. Ball's knocked forward by Kelsey Ahern. Ahern up against Conkey. Wrapped up in a tackle. Ball's going nowhere. And we're going to get a ball up just in front of the wet area. And it looks like one of the senior umpires is someone that you might know quite prominently, Gary.
Probably carries a fair bit more weight than I ever used to, I think, and I could probably cover the ground quicker than he can at the moment, Xavier. So I don't think he wants to get over in them sandy patches. He mightn't get out.
That is, we're referencing Clinton, the son of Gary. Mark's been taken or intercepted there across the centre of the ground by Maddie Cleaver for the Devonport Magpies. She comes across to Ahern, taking the mark. So they're in control at the moment, Devonport. Haven't been as strong as they were last year. Kicked by Ahern. Not taken there by Luca Conkey. Ball goes to ground. Still no one able to take it except for Conkey. That was Luca. Again, taken by Devonport. Kick across with the banana. It's all Ulverstone. Tyra loses the football. Ball tried to be picked up. Was lost there by Rockcliffe. Wrapped up in a tackle. The tackle being applied by Luca Conkey. Was Kelsey Ahern. Will have another ball up.
Just going back into retired footballers, Xavier, Clinton absolutely enjoys his umpiring role, so there is an opening for both male and female. When you finish playing and trying to get a kick, you can tell everybody else how to do it with the whistle.
Lulu Graham kicks the ball inside forward 50, taken away there by Courtney Hingston. Totally agree with you, Gary. And to be honest with you, umpiring fraternity could do with some more ex-players coming in,
yes,
and supporting them and the game. The ball taken by Devonport. across the centre. That was Cleaver. Again, it kicks inside forward 50, but it's taken there by Hingston. Looks like the Magpies at the moment, Gary. They're really putting up a good account of themselves early.
They're cutting the ball off across this midfield here and keep driving it forward, but they need a dominant forward. But you've got players like Courtney Hingston there, and hasn't she had a great season? And the MVP for our rep series through this year, great player Courtney, and had a game or two now with the Devils.
Tamsin Wells kicks the ball inside forward 50 for the Ulverstone Robins. No one's able to take it. Under that soft shifting sand. There's Luca Conkey. Turns, kicks inside forward 50. Looking for, and unfortunately unable to find Mackenzie Braden. The ball gets tapped out of bounds and we'll have a boundary thrown deep inside the forward 50. The Ulverstone Robins for the first time this game.
They might snare one here, I reckon. Where's Conkey? She usually gets the chance around these throw-ins.
Ball taken by Cleaver, knocked by foot. There she is. Conkey taken around the shoulder. Yes, says the umpire. And she will have the opportunity to have the shot on goal here.
She's got incredible ability, Luke, to be able to find a way to the footy around these contested issues 30 metres out or around the goal-scoring opportunity. And I have no doubt she can put this through.
Should be close to be getting into the VFLW side, I would have thought, Gary.
You would have think so. She's got a lot of time left on her side. Beautiful shot for goal too. Did it make it?
Yes, certainly did. Well done there to Luca Conkey. And first time they've gone inside forward 50. Ulverstone Robins pounce. They apply scoreboard pressure.
And it just shows you Xavier takes, what have we gone, 4 minutes, and Devonport base out of their forward half for most of that 4 minutes and goes forward for a minute, and Ulverstone they can score a goal. And that's the difference in the sides at the moment, is those key forwards, the top sides have key forwards.
Ball back into the middle. Central umpire, Clinton Carpenter, throws it straight up. Good tap down. Applied by Mia Smith. Who's going to clear it? Conkey tried to. Ball comes out. Ahern's out after it. Free kick given away. The recipient of that,
Aspen Orton.
It is Aspen Orton. Good kick.
Good mark.
Yeah, finds Luca Conkey. Options presenting. Goes out towards Braden. That's Tyra Conkey. Oh, no, it's not. My apologies. I thought it was Tyra Conkey. It's actually Noonan who kicked those men, intercepted by the Devonport Magpies. They release. I think it might be in the hands. Is that Cleaver? Can't quite see from the position I'm in.
When we find out she's wearing blue boots anyway. When you get the number, we'll know who she is by the boots.
We will indeed. That was Conkey, Luca, Newman, Tyra, back to Luca, Conkey. Is it going to be second?
Second goal.
How good was that?
Great goal, Luca. Actually, it was anticipation, held a spot, waited for the handball to come out, one step on the boot, and never deviated from that line through to the goals. She's dominant forward at the moment.
Very impressive there by Luca Conkey with that shot on goal. That player before was Bridget Griffiths for the Devonport Magpies with the blue boots.
Blue boots, got to remember that. So Luca's been a dominant player early in the game, either going up forward and then working her way back to the midfield and working her way forward. She's covering some ground, and it looks like the Devonport's coach is trying to man her up. The 2-16s, is it?
It is indeed. So Ahern versus Conkey. Ball knocked forward. Centre forwards taken there by Cleaver for the Magpies. Cross centre half back. Gets up a little bit gingerly. Ball centre of the ground. Far side of the centre square at the moment. We're going to get another ball up. Conkey wrapped up in a tackle. Ball gets freed. She got that boot to it. Running around was Wells. She loses possession. Devonport are able to repel across half back. Conkey versus Ahern again, and Ahern's right on top of her. So they can see the danger in her, Gary. There's no doubt about that.
They've got to be hard at her when she's anywhere near the footy, and my young fella will be wore out. He's in the consistent place to be blowing the whistle at the moment. He'll be starting to get tired.
It'll be heavy under the legs too, shifting surface today.
Coming back from an injury too, he told me a while ago, so I didn't realise he didn't umpire last week.
So wrapped up in a tackle. That tackle being applied by Morris was Lambie. Ball goes up, comes straight back down. Morris this time. Boot to it, doesn't go far. Hingston.
Oh, good handball.
Yeah, it is. No good run there by Aylett. Conkey tries to get it further afield. Cleaver overruns the football. Comes out. Getting a boot to ball was Orton. So Orton's kick's been marked. Can't quite pick up the play.
Asher Newman, I reckon, Newman, on that far side. Yep.
Kick, though. Intercepted. That was taken by Tony Morris, or was it Ebony Collins? One of those two for the Devonport Magpies. Comes back in towards Cleaver. Throws it onto a left boot. Gains some distance. You're in the centre of the ground. Hingston picks the ball back up again. Shares it with Conkey. Conkey's kick. Will this roll on for a third? Oh, you got to be kidding me.
That is
on the last line of defence. Well done there by the Magpies, just getting back. And they rush it through for one behind.
Yes, all but a goal there to Luke. What stands out, I think, Xavier, in this women's competition, aside as a key forward and a key backman, and you look at Courtney Hingston here for Ulverstone, just repels the ball time and time again, or brings her other team players into the game. They're hard to get past.
That was Addison Phipps that got her hands on the football then, as it ran across the line, wrapped up in a tackle. Tackle being applied by April Radford was Lucy Saville. We're going to get a ball up. No one able to take it cleanly. Morris, Hingston, ball out of bounds. We'll get it. We'll do it all again.
Geez, it's a glorious afternoon here when the last few weeks it had nearly been pouring down with rain or pitch black dark. It's absolutely beautiful here in Tasmania. If you're looking from anywhere else around the world.
Yeah, that's true. We've had a bit of a cold snap in recent times, but lovely here on the Central Coast.
I just noticed the Red Hoppers walk through with the magnificent trophy they secured last night at the basketball grand final.
Yep. Oh, yes. Yep, against the Penguin Blues.
Would have been a cracking game, I reckon.
Yeah, apparently they came from behind. A bit like the Devonport Magpies here today.
Here today, yeah.
So, yep. They could be the toast of the town. Oh, so's this young lady, Conkey. They kick inside forward 50. Who's going to be there first? Johnson's not able to take it. Wrapped up in a tackle was Devonport's Bridget Griffiths. We have a ball up inside forward 50.
So Devonport having the first 4 minutes basically and controlled the game, and basically it's been Ulverstone for the last 6 minutes that's controlled the game centre forward. Conkey with a shot at goal.
It's going to be right outside. No. Still inside. Picking it up. Throwing it onto the left boot. There's Conkey taking the mark. But that was a good kick there by Tamsin Wells. Just positions herself well as Luca Conkey. She'll go close in the Darryl Baldock, I would have thought, Gary.
Yeah, no, it'll be incredible, the voting for the women. There's some incredible players, talent-wise, in the women's space. So I'm not going to predict who might and might not be high up. Let me tell you, I think I'd get it wrong.
Well, of the 3 goals scored today, all come off the boot of Luca Conkey. So we played all 12 minutes. She's on one every 4 minutes, Gary.
Yeah, it's a pretty good return. But it shows the ability of Luca is she's always mobile, just continually on the move, and nobody goes with her. And she finds herself with space, and the ball finishes up in her arms. So she's learnt the art of being always involved and continue to move around instead of just standing, waiting for something to happen. She gets to a space there where it can happen for her.
You referenced basketball before. That's what she did as a junior. Yeah, so they've just got really good spatial awareness.
Yeah, a bit of that coming out in how she plays footy, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. Good kick in there by DeMonte. Hingston gets back, wrapped up in a tackle. Picking the ball up this time was Morris. Ball going nowhere, though, for Devonport. Or Ulverstone will get a ball up. We're right in front of the scoreboard. 3-1, 19. Devonport yet to score. So 19 points in favour of the Robins.
They might get an opportunity in front of the scoreboard. No, it comes out with a kick off the ground.
Ball goes wide, finds the sanctuary of the boundary line, and with free kick, will be going to Devonport. So Saville's kick, unable to be taken by Devonport, and trying to get her hands free was Wells. He's clean there and picking the ball up. Wells again. They feed it out. Oh, that was good hands. Yes. Yeah, Rodman over to Rockcliffe. Inside forward 50. No mark. Just presenting herself and being a nuisance. That might be Enright. No.
Johnson, was it?
Johnson. I think it was. Kick got smothered.
Good defensive work by Devonport by a couple of players there. They're really stuck at their task.
Yeah, indeed. So that's Georgie Phipps. They received that free kick inside the forward in the centre. And on top of the football there was Tamsin Wells. We're going to do it all again. So we've got about 4 minutes left in the first term.
It's been going just backwards and forwards and more sort of packed situation. I don't know what in the women's space. How do we get them out of this packed situation where the ball can move more freely? Sometimes you'd like to write another set of rules for them, I think.
Fundamentals, Gary.
Yep.
Been clean with the football. You can see with those that were, say, last year, Sarah Skinner was one of those. And Luca Conkey's that for the Ulverstone Robins as Kelsey Ahern jumps on and she
good
shows,
handball.
Yeah, that is good vision. Feeds the ball out to Morris. Morris' kick inside forward 50.
Play
on, apparently, according to the umpire. So Tyra Conkey's there first. But Morris, they jump back on it, including Morris, and we'll get another ball up.
An opportunity sort of missed there with the call to play on. If she had a chance to move back off the mark and wait for players to come forward, could have been a scoring opportunity.
So Hearn gives the ball back. I'm going to do it all again. Anderson Phipps in there as well. Running down to join them is Holly Castle. Ahern's kick was smothered. She applies the tackle. I'm going to do it all again.
You can't knock their endeavour at the moment, Xavier. Both sides are going in for the ball and are prepared to fight one another for that possession. Where perhaps we should be encouraging them to knock it out instead of going to ground with it.
Tend to agree with you, Gary. Is that Graham going after the football? Was indeed. Unable to take it cleanly. Came off for Robin's boot, and so Lulu Graham will now get the free kick. Kick. That's not a bad looking one, actually. Favours DeMonte. She's going to be first there. She is, but she's wrapped up in a tackle. She's not going anywhere. Tackler being Charlie Johnson.
Devonport gets some numbers there. There's an opportunity. Yeah, lost one-handed handball.
Yeah, incorrect disposal. Good tackle. So Ulverstone will be rewarded out of the stoppage. And that goes to Rodman. She shares it with a teammate, kicks the ball inside for the centre square. Cleaver involved in a bit of a tangle with Ulverstone. Are able to hold the footy up. We'll get another ball up. Ball by Wells, up and down. Johnson couldn't clear it. Ball picked up by Devonport and wrapped up in a tackle. And it was Saville. We'll get another ball up. Less than a minute in the first term remaining. Conkey applies a great tackle on Ahern. It's been a good battle. Conkey, though, has 3 goals to her name, so I suggest that she might be leading that duel. Not for want of endeavour, though. Kelsey Ahern always gives of her best.
Yeah, a real try, Kelsey. Gives 100%.
Good tap down applied by Mia Smith. And umpire Carpenter finds a free kick. Not sure why, but Smith's going to be the recipient. So she runs out of that soft sand, kicks the ball out wide. Unfortunately, it's only Courtney Hingston that's there.
We have free kick there. And the siren.
And the siren. She's trying to get the handball away to a teammate there in Rockcliffe. So at quarter time, it is 3-1-19, the Ulverstone Robins. They are leading Devonport yet to score, yet it was Devonport in those first 4 minutes, Gary, that really took it up to the Ulverstone Robins. Goal scorers for the Ulverstone Robins, well, there's only one. It's Luca Conkey. She's got all three.
Yeah, and you can think, Devonport had that opportunity in the first 4 or 5 minutes, but it's been able to continue that sustained pressure till you get a score on the board, and unfortunately after the 5-minute mark, that turn went Ulverstone's way, and Luca dominated the quarter in front of goals. But not only in front of goals, Xavier, she's up the ground, she's playing in the midfield, and she has that ability, as I said, to keep moving all the time, and that's a bit of that basketball up and back coming out in her, and she's had a tremendous quarter. She's been a standout basically for all of them, and I thought Mia Smith, the ruck for Devonport 22 there, sometimes you don't see don't get a reward from the work from the ruck, what she's doing, but she's continually trying. I thought Heidi DeMonte also is continually trying, but it's been a quarter, it's been entertaining. If Devonport had scored them couple of goals, you'd have said it's going to be a great game, but it does look like it's one way by the scoreboard, but that's not the whole truth of the matter. Devonport's had the opportunity, they just need to be able to persist in that consistency going forward and keep the pressure on until they get it through to score a goal.
And we wish them all the best in that endeavour, in particular in the first part of the second quarter. We're going to take a break here from the round 14 clash between Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies. We hope that you can continue to join us. And when we come back for the second quarter on AFL Tas live stream, brought to you by Terry White Kmart. Welcome back wherever you are. The AFL Tas live stream brought to you by Terry White Kmart for the round 14 fixture between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies here at Ulverstone Football Ground. At the moment, it's the Ulverstone Robins at lead 3-1-19 to Devonport yet to score. Ball just gone inside forward 50. They're kicking to the right of screen, the Ulverstone Robins. No one's able to take it. A free kick has been given there by umpire Carpenter. It's going to Ebony Collins. So Collins gets a kick away.
Out into the sand.
Yeah, shifty surface. That's a Hearn. She tries to get a handball back towards Saville. But it's going nowhere, and the umpire says, I will have it. And we'll do a ball up, and we'll get away from the sand. I think that's a smart idea.
Yeah. When you think about it, where our women's footy's at, Xavier, if you think you don't take Luca Conkey out of this side today, there'd be no difference in these. They've had no other scoring opportunities.
That's a good point.
And she's made them. She's made the most of the opportunities they've had. So when you move one player, and these sides are exactly the same, they're equal. So Devonport, you're in there, you've got to find a player. Find a player up forward that can kick a goal or two.
So Johnson's beaten to it by Smith in the ruck. To Hearn versus, is that Conkey? No, that's a Hearn versus Aylett. And the ball goes, no, not across the boundary line.
No.
Umpire Carpenter brings it back in.
Good contest between Johnson and the Devonport ruck there.
Yeah, Smith.
Smith's going really well.
Yeah.
Got a great leap on her.
Again, we're going to do it all again. We're going to get away from the sand a little bit. We're still pretty close. Smith taps it down to Graham. Lulu Graham on her right side.
Look, there's just the power and just the ability of Courtney to read this play.
So Hingston's kick. Not the best of kicks. Holds up in the wind. Tyra Conkey, good effort. Unfortunately, he's unable to release it in accordance with the rules and regulations of the game. So the free kick is being taken by Devonport. They're not sure what to do with it. So they turn it over by giving the ball straight back by hand. This time it goes to Wells. Wells' kick. Good mark. Taken there by Cleaver. Cleaver's kick
good
comes
football.
out wide. Yep. Now to Griffiths. So they hold possession. Got Castle out here. Chooses not to go wide. Up through the middle. No marker. Hearn gets a fist. Good front and centre by DeMonte. Loses the pill. Picking it up and throwing it on it is Wells. Gets it out towards Rockcliffe. Inside forward 50. Toward Devonport though. Back in towards the centre square. Conkey. Luca. Clean. Second time round. Gets a boot towards. She's slung in the tackle by Graham. Graham goes and follows the footy back up, throws onto a right boot. That's great endeavour. Lands in the hands.
Come on, push forward, Devonport.
That's Kelsey Ahern. Ahern kicks.
Good kick.
Yeah, good kick. Not taken though by a teammate. That might have been Connell. Falls over in the sand.
Yeah, Peyton might have dropped an opportunity there, didn't she?
Indeed. Smith knocks the ball down. It's going nowhere. We're going to do it all again. Oh, it's a free kick.
Goes to
too high.
Yeah.
All right, she's in that shifting sand, Gary, so that could be a problem with regards to when it comes to the kicking. We saw that in the men's game.
Yeah, very difficult there to come through that. Yeah, she didn't walk into the sand.
No. Good kick, though. Unfortunately, mark's been taken by a counterpart down the other end. That's Luca Conkey. She goes wide, looking for a sister. So, Luca to Tyra. Tyra under pressure, not super clean. Good pressure applied there by Holly Castle, and the ball goes across the boundary line on Tyra Conkey. We'll get a boundary thrower inside the forward 50 for the Devonport Magpies. Hopefully they can capitalise at the 4-minute mark of the second term. Ball to ground. Conkey hesitated. Tyra. So Luca went in and picked it up. Kick forward. It's only taken by Griffiths.
Good mark, Ruby. Just got to find someone. Just got to look and find someone instead of just kicking it up in the air.
She's asking her teammates to do a bit of work. Graham, almost. Hingston.
Oh, good tackle.
Yeah, tackle been applied on Rockcliffe was a ripper. Was that Saville? No, it was Morris. Smith gets the tap down. Ball going nowhere as Hingston holds Devonport player. It might have been
Phipps
again. Yeah. Kick by Phipps. Forward. Ahern's there.
And give up a good foot in height there, but brought the ball to the ground and worked it out to the boundary line. Boundary throw-in. Where can we get some players that can kick a goal? Someone should come round the back here.
So boundary throw-in. Johnson actually are at the back. Made sure the ball went forward so it doesn't come across the back. Ball goes to ground, laying on the bottom of it. Kelsey Ahern, as you would expect. Ball up. Smith. Ball going nowhere. Kick out by Smith. Unable to take the mark with Devonport. Tyra Conkey knocks it forward. Good defence. Luca Conkey picks it up. Jeez, that was good hands.
Yep.
In traffic. Yeah, out to Rodman. Kick inside forward in the centre square.
Devonport's got to hold this ball. It's 1 on 4. We've done well to create that.
Jeez, that was magnificent hands
Yeah,
in the phone booth there by Tyra Conkey. Luca Conkey. Smith again. Good tap. Knocked down. An opportunity presents here for the Magpies. What can they do with it? At least they've held it inside their forward 50.
I think it shows too in the women's space where you get these dominant players around the ball, around through the centre, how much more you can keep the ball forward. And Smith's working extremely hard at the moment and keeping Devonport sort of forward of centre.
So Johnson's kick was taken by Collins. And they kicked it back inside forward 50 for the umpteenth time.
Courtney.
Yeah, but Hingston is on the end of it for the Robins. Her kick out wide is going to find the boundary line, so it'll be a lasso free kick, and that'll be taken by Holly Castle. So we've almost played 8 minutes in the second term. No score either team. This is similar to the first term. Let's see if Devonport can hold their nerve. And Smith was wrapped up in a tackle there by Johnson.
So obviously Devonport's really picked up the rating in contested possessions and not let that free ball come out as much. And they've shut Ulverstone scoring opportunities down.
Lots of Robins players looking to get onto the field.
Yeah, going to be a massive change here in a few seconds.
And need the ball to come across this side of the ground, Gary, for that to occur, it looks like. Horton. That was taken there by Griffiths.
Now
Kick
they're
was
away.
smothered. They got opportunities galore here.
But I give Devonport a lot of credit there. They was under extreme pressure on the defensive 50 there in front of the scoreboard, but just kept working and working and working and have created this contest, this throw-up, ball up.
Smith comes down though only to the Robins. It was smothered. Devonport through Phipps gets the ball out. Was that Connell? Connell it might have been. Applying pressure was Ahern. Then Phipps. They knock it forward. Hingston's in the way. Ahern gets it back. Trying to knock it forward. Lulu Graham. She's been strong.
Yep, 1-on-1 now.
Yep. Devonport v Ulverstone. In comes the cavalry. And they take it away through Rogers, the Ulverstone Robins. Kick. Lands in the hands of a teammate. Might be Wells. Wells' kick inside the centre square. Not taken by anyone. Now it comes out to the Robins. Kick clear. Johnson, Charlie. Only picked up by Devonport and a big tackle. Sees another ball up. That was applied there by Orton, I think.
On Smith, wasn't it, I think, but look at it.
Matty Cleaver. Matty Cleaver. Smith gets the tap down. I don't think it's going anywhere. We're going to do it all again.
Yeah. You mentioned Peyton Connell a couple of times this quarter, and it shows you there's professional development in footy. Peyton's an employee of AFL Tas here in the office. Does a lot in our junior space. Peyton's been a couple of years now and does an excellent job with the ice kickers and the junior space in football on the northwest coast.
Yeah, what are the numbers like in the juniors, Gary?
Yeah, increasing dramatically. And I was talking to people this morning. I think we're probably growing faster than any infrastructure. We need infrastructure bad, and we're probably growing too quick.
What are some of the options?
School grounds. We've just got to get on board and try and get some MOUs with school grounds and get some investment in irrigation and lights, and so people can use those grounds. Ball
gets tapped, not going anywhere. Orton, part of the tackle, she's asking for a free kick. She reckons it was too high. Also, part of that was Rockcliffe. You'll need support from the councils in relation to that, wouldn't you, Gary?
Yeah. There's got to be a lot of parts, all on the same boat.
I was going to say, along with state government, I would have thought.
Yep.
So, good luck with that. Ball inside forward 50 for the Robins. Well done by Devonport. Just providing some stability down back. Was Cleaver. Kick, though, by Clark. Has gone through for a behind. Ulverstone linking together real well with handball. It was a good handball by Johnson out of there to Clark or to Cleaver. Sorry to the Ulverstone player to create that opportunity going forward. So they are willing to throw the handball out, and that's a great thing in women's space. Move the ball out of these pack situations through handball or quick foot. I think you'd see a far more entertaining game. Cleaver's kick. Back towards the top of the 50. It's only Hingston that's in the way. She has a shot on goal. Rolls right across the face and into the hands of the boundary umpire. We're going to get a boundary throw in. So possibly to the benefit of Luca Conkey coming back on. Aspen Orton taking a rest. One thing, Xavier, I took particular notice of the boundary umpires in the senior match. Didn't they do a marvellous job today with throwing the ball in? Yeah, they had a bit of work to do today. They did today, an absolutely incredible effort today. Free kick. And that's going to Ulverstone. Just trying to pick up who that is wearing the long sleeves. Number 11, is it? Number 11... I think Matilda Rockcliffe. No, I don't think it is Matilda. Well, she plays on. She gets a boot to it. That's Rodman. Yeah. Asher Rodman. Number 2. Yep, and puts it through for one behind. So they're wearing the blue and red armbands today for the first responders, Gary? Yep, it was a great initiative by all clubs, and that's the league, and pay our respects to and our appreciation to the first responder groups, because without them, and a lot of them are volunteers also, and the SES and as such, without them we would be a poor society. That's right, they don't get paid enough, Gary. No. Yeah, another problem for government to sort out. Yeah. Anyway, ball up on the centre wing position, far side of the ground. Smith gets it down. Graham's going to be there, not used as an option. Kick was taken there by Tony Morris. It's all Ulverstone though. Oh no, Devonport back in. Applying some pressure. We're going to get another ball up centre wing position. Well done by Heidi DeMonte. If you're sitting back and you're thinking, what would you do as a coach of the women's space in here? What would you change? And I think there's only one thing, is how to move that ball out of pack situations. How do you train and link up? And just continue to work on that. The kicking, marking and handball's been excellent. Newman received it, kicks across the face, and it's going to go through for one behind. So not a bad effort there by Asher. She got some good skill there. She's trying to get the ball to come back. So it was a banana. So it rolled across the ground. Hopefully she was looking for it to do the opposite turn. Tend to agree. Maybe 6 around the stoppage at every stoppage, Gary. Yeah, something you think outside as a coach. How would you encourage your players instead of trying to hold on to the ball, just continually push it out
and back one another to know that you're going to win if we know that's what we're going to do.
Another ball up.
Another
Morris.
Yeah.
Taken there. Not sure. It might have been Conkey. Got a boot to ball. It's gone straight up and down. Play on, says the umpire. Graham gets the handball out. And then it comes back to Smith. Throws it on the boot. Good kick. Connell. Under pressure. Receives the football and gives it back to the umpire.
We needed to get them over in front of the grandstand. They're too far away for us, Xavier. We can't pick them up now.
Yeah. No, the eyes are deceiving me. Getting the ball out was Ahern. Gave it to a teammate there in DeMonte. DeMonte then tried to give it back, and then Ahern ended up applying the tackle and got the ball up as a result. It's going nowhere from the stoppage. Getting a boot to it there was Conkey, Luke of Variety. Graham. Good tackle being applied, this time by Mia Morris. Ulverstone, though, get the kick. In fact, it might have been Devonport, apologies. DeMonte's kick, not quite.
Devonport have got to get numbers down now to that forward 50 around that contest and move away. Create a bit of space, be one-on-one around the contest and the rest move out. Well done, Smith.
Yeah, she's been possibly the best player for the Devonport Magpies. Good effort there, cross half-back by
nearly a one-handed
Ulverstone Robbins,
one-handed handball there, picked up by the second umpire.
Yeah, umpire out of position. So free kick will go to Ruby Griffiths. Griffiths on that left boot. No mark. Almost taken, though, by Devonport. Luca Conkey kicks back towards the centre of the ground. Numbers favour the Magpies. Can they be clean and release? No, good pressure applied by Ulverstone. That's coming through Tamsin Wells. We'll get another ball up. Inside the last minute of the first half.
They've got a hold of me or Ulverstone. If they can hold of me, if the next minute, you can really say the Devonport has won the quarter.
Yep, so it's 3-4 plays, no score, so 22 points the margin in favour of the Robins. Got to remember at quarter time it was 3-1, so 3 behinds only to the Ulverstone Robins. So the Magpies have done well. Ball now, taken by Newman, cross half forward, she kicks inside forward 50. Mark, all being held.
Yeah, one or the other, I reckon.
Yep. So, having that shot on goal now will be Kelly Enright. And she's got about 15 seconds if she wants to move the footy forward. Runs a full measure. Mark. Not paid. It's Conkey. Ball goes to ground. And that'll be the siren. That's a good quarter there by the Devonport Magpies, considering the start that the Robins had in that second term.
With the owner
quarter
of a
time,
Volkswagen 4x4
it's 3-4, 22.
54 PC, parked over near the Bowls Club
Devonport yet to score. Goal scorers, as we mentioned before, there's only been one, and all in the first term, and they went to Luca Conkey with 3.
Yeah, Devonport can go in at half time feeling really confident and actually, pleased with themselves because they picked up their work ethic and their work rate and kept Ulverstone basically goalless that quarter. And that's through consistent effort in contests and trying to win that footy. And I think with the ruckman, Mia Smith, when you think of women's footy, we get a lot of ball-ups and throw-ups. And the ruckman, the Devonport ruck person, has been dominant in Mia. She's been excellent. I thought Lulu Graham and Bridget Griffiths and a couple of others come into the game. But all in all, it's their ability to try and create that contest. Just need to work out a way how to get through that forward 50 and into a goal-scoring opportunity, and they'll get a score on the board. And Ulverstone, again, pretty well complete, but they let themselves down a little bit moving forward, Xavier, in that quarter, and actually didn't give themselves enough opportunity, or they had a couple of shots at goal, but make the most of the opportunity. But you've got to start walking off at the back here in Courtney Hingston every time Devonport goes forward, and Courtney's there winning the ball and putting it back out the other way. Yeah, it's been an entertaining half.
Certainly has, and that wind has also shifted too, Gary. I'm just looking at the windsock there. It's actually holding the football on the other side of the ground, one would imagine, at this stage of proceedings. In the other game that we have going on at the moment, this is in the men's competition, NWFL Senior Men's. It's 9-9-63 to win your Cats, leading Circular Head 2-3-15 as we are about 10 and a half minutes to go in the third term. So Circular Head, they started off well. Unfortunately, starting to fall away a little bit against a more senior Wynyard outfit.
I thought they might have been up and about, circularly half their game against Ulverstone last week, where all reports was that it was extremely competitive, especially with Freeman kicking 7 goals. And you would have thought they might have kicked 8 or 10 goals this game, so they'd be disappointed, I reckon, at that scoreline.
Yeah, I'd imagine they would be. And I would have thought that maybe Wynyard, after what happened during the week with the service for Paul Atkins yesterday, they might have been a little bit shell-shocked. They've had a big few years in their community, the Wynyard Football Club. So, nonetheless, obviously paying due respects to Paul and Vale, Paul Atkins and his contribution to football, not only in the north of the state, but statewide.
Yes, here.
We're going to take a break from the Ulverstone Recreation Ground. We hope that you can join us for the second half and watching the round 14 clash between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies. The First Responders Cup, brought to you by Terry White Kenmark Chemists.
Stole it. That's Huxley. He stole it.
If I can just have you to the front here. I know you can only see my bald head, but I want to welcome Devonport. So thanks for a game played out in good spirit. We had our game, a responders game. Yeah, thanks. Another been moved, so we're going to stand here. We had our responders game. It's a new initiative, and we believe we can actually grow it in 2027. So thank you to all our responders. We do appreciate it.
Welcome back wherever you may be to the AFL Tas live stream. NWFL Senior Women's Competition, the round 14 fixture between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies, brought to you by Terry White Kenmart. And it looks like Ulverstone, Gary, have made a couple of changes. Yeah, so Courtney Hingston's into the middle.
They're going for home. They put Courtney in. The ball getters are in the centre there to try and make sure the footies C end, Ulverstone end of the ground.
Matilda Rockcliffe got a kick. It's taken there by Conkey. Luca, she kicks it again off the ground, so ricocheted. Opportunity now presents itself for Enright. In the sand, Lulu Graham and company over there. Newman off the ground.
Isn't it funny how football gravitates at all footy grounds to the far side of the ground?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's men, women or underage or what it is.
Maybe we just should build a roof, Gary.
They get better eyes, I think.
Ahern kicks the ball out wide, looking for Collins. She was unable to take the mark. Nonetheless, Devonport are able to just knock the ball forward by sheer weight of numbers and feed it back to Ulverstone and then share it amongst each other, kicking the ball forward. That might have been Lambie. It's inside forward 50 now for Devonport, for Ulverstone. Yeah, Devonport relieve. Hingston follows up, throws it on a boot. Tyra Conkey could be an option. Enright over to Orton. Needed to stand up in the tackle, couldn't do so. And being wrapped up in the tackle for Devonport was Bridget Griffiths, so we're going to get another ball up. We're deep inside the forward 50 for Ulverstone.
Well, when you look at Devonport, I know I've said they're going extremely well, but they have no rotations here. They have no spare players, basically, and Ulverstone have got the four players to rotate through, so keep everybody a little bit fitter. So Devonport, player for player, is going okay.
Not having the season they liked, and mind you, they've had a bit of an exodus with regards to some of their personnel.
Yeah, for sure. And if you think now, if you're the coach and where Courtney Hingston's parking herself there on the 50-metre line, if you can penetrate the ball past her and keep numbers forward, you'll have as good a chance as ever of kicking a goal while she's so far up the ground.
Devonport rush it through for one behind. So that's the first rush, second rush score for the Ulverstone Robins, and the margin goes out to 23 points, so it's 3-5. 23 yet to score. Devonport Magpies. Smith gets a boot to ball. Graham.
Here's an opportunity, Devonport over the top.
Yep, if they can use the ball well. That's Connell. Cleaver. Get it on.
Clean hands, pick it up.
Not able to because you had a no. In fact, it was Saville running in towards an open goal.
The setup was right. It just couldn't control the ball, get to the ball and pick it up, and could have easily been the other way and gone forward for a shot on goal.
Ball comes down. Ahern's got it. Loses it. Going to ground. That's DeMonte. And we'll get another ball up. Starting to get a little bit crisp now, Gary.
Yeah, I think it could be a frosty night. I think the lights would have been going on by now, but they might hope to be able to get to the finish before turning them on.
Lights not the issue at the moment. Not
there
for the
you go.
girls.
The lights are just coming on, Xavier. How's that?
Well, there we go.
They might have been listening.
Graham. It's a kick. Ahern knocks it forward. Good pick-up. That was by Connell. They lose the footy, though. It's now in the hands Mansfield. She hands it across to Conkey. Kicks the ball wide. Newman. Great. Centre of gravity. Picks the ball up off the deck. The kick, though, has been taken there by Griffiths. The Magpies.
It's chilling off. You see the girls here ready to go on the ground. They look a bit cool now. That's nearly a free kick.
Will be. Given away by Ulverstone. So the Magpies have got it. It's going to Collins. Collins. Kicks to a 2-on-1. Rockcliffe clears it, but then she's wrapped up in a tackle. Is that going to be holding the football? No, says umpire Carpenter.
Right in the dead centre of the ground.
Smith, the only one that went up. Kingston to Tyra Conkey. Loses the ball because it's smothered by Smith. Graham. Good attack on the footy there by Ahern. Loses it. Lambie's wrapped up in a tackle. That's a great tackle by Morris.
Hang on to it there well.
Yep. I'll have it, please. Kick by Morris out of the congestion. It's only Robbins, though. Good smother by the Magpies. Lambie follows up. Gets a boot to ball. Good mark. Taken there by Ruby Griffiths.
Going to go wide.
Smith, good option. They could go again.
You could use a short one again if they wanted to, instead of all going to a pack.
There's only Riley or Murphy out there. Went to the pack instead. Graham provides support with a shepherd for Ahern, who dishes the ball back out. Not a great handball to Castle. Castle just knocks the ball forward. Follows back up as Ahern. But according to umpire Clinton Carpenter, there was a holding of ball. So Portia Lambie will receive the free kick. I didn't see that, Gary.
No, neither did I. Whether I saw it or not, I didn't see it, honestly. So
Luca Conkey was the target. She's unable to win it. Hingston tries to follow up. Kicking the ball off the ground there was Lapthorne. Straight into Devonport. Ball ricochets. Jumping on top of it is Rockcliffe. She's wrapped up in a tackle. She's not happy with the treatment she's received. She throws Holly Castle off her.
Good contest for them too.
Now, I just want to ask, Gary, is it Castle or Castle?
Well, I always call Charlie Castle. So, correct me.
Yeah, well, I'm not a... It's like potato.
Yeah, no, I stick
tomato.
with Castles.
I want to ask the cameraman, Joey Johansson, for some of his knowledge a little bit later on. He might be able to sort us out. Handball there by Wells.
They're open up here.
Yeah, to Aylett, inside forward 50. There's AJ. Oh, great smother. That was applied there by the captain and Griffiths. Great determination. Shares it with a teammate there in Collins. Tries to release it. And he goes as far as... I was thinking that might be Mansfield. It is. She's wrapped up in a tackle. Smith. Ball comes back out to Conkey via hands. Quick hands inside the contest from the stoppage. Is that across the shoulder?
Dropping
no,
the
it's
ball.
holding the football. So, rewarded for the tackle will be Amali Johnson.
Could Amali use a boomerang kick here to get it through? What will she do? Xavier?
Yeah, she might do. The check side.
She's going to have a deliberate shot.
Front. Jason Dunst will be pretty happy
Gee,
with that.
that's incredible. That's a beautiful shot at goal.
Yeah, it certainly was. Well done.
Yeah, we'd be shaking in our boots if it was you and I out there trying to put that through, looking for all sorts of options, and Malia just walks back half a dozen steps and let me do it, fellas, and puts it through with a beautiful drop punt.
Yeah, well, BT Taylor would be pretty happy with that too, Gary.
Yep, very much so.
Drop punt. So, Tyra Conkey coming off. She's going to be replaced there by April Radford. Score goes to 29, 4-5-29. The Ulverstone Robins, they lead.
The Kelly boys walking past.
Yeah, they look a bit ginger.
Well, the way they play footy, they should have cork thighs and bruises everywhere. So, and here comes Charlie Castles.
Yeah. So, I know Mikey's Castles. I know that one. But I'd be interested to see. It's a bit like in South Australia, some of the pronunciations, like in WA, Mall or Mal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We won't worry about it too much. We'll keep our Tassie slang.
There's Conkey kicking the ball across the body with a bit of a check side. She's at a free kick.
Yeah.
It will be given. And so Kelly Enright will be receiving the free kick. And let's see whether she can do what Amali Johnson did only moments ago.
Basically the same spot, isn't it?
Maybe a little bit tighter angle, but possibly the same spot. Kelly Enright. Oh, not a bad looking kick. Just to the near side. So Enright there with her first score of the game. And that is a behind. So 30 plays yet to score. 4-6-30. Still got a contest here.
Yes.
Graham the target. She feeds the ball back to Griffiths. Griffiths kick though. And is taken by Harding. Harding. Kick. Chopped off there by Devonport. Can't quite pick up the player. That might have been Collins. Collins' kick goes out wide. There's a little bit going on here.
Yeah, not happy here.
No.
8-22.
So that was Morris and House. Unhappy with each other. Good takeaway. Unfortunately, the kick was smothered on Wells. They try to get it out to Rockcliffe. Rockcliffe goes back. Target being Braden, wrapped up in a tackle, and is holding the football.
Goes to O'Connell.
Yep. So Payton doing an on and off field. Goes inside towards DeMonte. Hingston's going to beat it back there. Wins the footy. Kicks towards the sand. The ball doesn't move. Conkey gets it. Luca hands it forward. Is that Aylett? Is having a shot on goal?
Yeah.
I think it is. And Julie converts. And now they're starting to wind up.
Yep, they are now. And it's a bit of superior ability now and sharing the ball around, bringing their teammates in and handball out of there by Conkey onto Aylett, and then bang goes through for a goal. All your hard work you do when you cannot score comes undone eventually, and you sort of wear yourself out trying to chase and tackle and create contest. The only way to recover is being able to put score on the board, and Devonport's unable to do that at present.
Ulverstone have, and they lead 5-6-36 to Devonport, who unfortunately are yet to score. Ball up, Smith wins the tap. Tries to follow up. Going nowhere, but according to the umpire, was across the shoulder. So that's Orton's going to receive the free kick. Kick.
Good mark.
Yeah, good mark. Is that Connell again? In fact, it might be Collins. Kicks towards Smith. Picked up by Ahern. Back to Graham. Graham's kick. Almost marked. The free kick's been given away. It'll be given to Morris. Dumped after she kicks it. Downfield. Undisciplined play. Impacted there by Maya Harding.
Oh, gee, that's nearly 50 there when they let them run through the mark on that, irrespective of where the umpire is.
Well, if it was in the AFL, that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
I think common sense prevailed here in this instance.
Yes, it did, for sure.
So, kick there by Phipps has been held up. We'll have a ball up. But we're deep inside, forward 50 for the Devonport Magpies.
That go right across the face of goal?
I think it did. And we're going to get another boundary throw in. So, boundary throw in, or boundary riders today, Gary, are obviously earning their quid.
No, there's only 2 of them, so they've got a fair bit of ground to cover backwards and forwards today, the young'uns.
Bit of fresh air won't earn them, no, Gary.
Better than I'm playing on the iPad.
That's right.
Here's a chance for Devonport.
Oh, that'll picking the rocks out of the paddock. There's Courtney Ingston. Her kick. It's chopped off there by Devonport. Good pressure being applied by Ruby Griffiths. They're going to get a ball up. Still inside the forward 50. Right in front of the scoreboard. Deep inside the third term. We're about coming up to the 15-minute mark. It's play on, says the umpire. Kick really hasn't gone anywhere. Trying to release. There we go to Hingston. So Hingston, balks. Then lays the slipper into it. Is anyone home for Ulverstone? No. So Devonport through Griffiths. Go wide to space. Who's going to be first there? Morris. Oh. In fact, it was Saville. She tries to follow up. Bend from the knees, not from the hips, Lucy.
Yeah. Oh,
Diving on top of the football. That's going to be holding the ball. No, says umpire Carpenter. Well done there. Good pressure applied by Holly Castle.
Morris looks like it's coming off the ground. Cramping. No one. Oh, no, there is one player there for interchange.
It might be Saville, I think, that's coming. Could be a Corky. No, you're right. It is cramp. Kick by Devonport, goes forward. Only taken by Hingston. Shares it with Luca Conkey. Oh, that's a beautiful kick. It's just a space. Newman. Too fast. Too agile. Too easy, Gary.
Yep. Yeah, superior pace there. Just too much pace, too agile, and knew exactly what she wanted to do. And when you look at it at the moment, last 5 or so minutes, Xavier, if you could place your players that's got natural pace out somewhere, and then you just kick to the open space, kick the grass, and that's exactly what that was, and allowed the pace to sort of Newnham to get to the ball first and pick it up and spin around and kick a goal.
Ball up into the centre.
Gee, I'm impressed with the way the Devonport rucks are working today. They're really having a go.
They certainly are. Kick taken away by Wells. She follows back up because of ricochet. A release. I think that might have been through Conkey. Back. And a mark has been taken across half back for the Devonport Magpies. Last side of the ground, that's Griffiths.
Yep.
Into Graham.
Been solid in defence, Bridget, their captain.
Yeah. Lily Graham. He's got a fair bit.
Good mark.
Of potential. Bullocking sort of player. Play on ball. As well as up front. As well as down back. So utility type. Kick by Smith. Yep, Smith inside 450 for Devonport. Unfortunately, the siren beats him, and it's at three-quarter time. It's 6-6. The Ulverstone Robins, they lead the Devonport Magpies yet to score. So it's 42 points the difference. And goal kickers for the Ulverstone Robins. Well, as we mentioned, Luca Conchi had 3 and she kicked them all in the first term. The other 3 come in the third term. 1 to Asher Newman, Marley Johnson, and also to Mia Aylett. For a quick synopsis of the third term and what Devonport have to do in this final stanza, Gary Carpenter.
I don't think Devonport can do too much. They just haven't got enough on the ground. It's got that natural ability to be able to play in certain positions. Xavier, Bridget Griffiths is a rock of Gibraltar across the half-back line there and basically controls the footy when it's in her area. But you've got to have more than one player, and you've got your dominant ruck person in the middle in Smith. And the coach is going okay. But when you go forward, just haven't got enough players up there that can naturally win the footy and kick a goal. But you're coming up against the likes of Courtney Hingston down here, so Ulverston's got one main player there across half-back, but she brings everybody else into the game. Lambie and all the players around her, with Courtney can control her space, shares the ball around, and when she brings it out, she runs and she moves the ball out 40 or 50 metres, not 10 or 20. That's the best thing about Courtney. She does understand the fact, get it out of my area, get it into the forward zone, away they go. Luca Conchi is still going well, and you'll hear you mention her name quite often, even though she's not kicking goals now. She's creating that option through the midfield here, picking the ball up and moving it on. And I think what Devonport need to do is go back to that second quarter, and let's see if we can win this last quarter and just keep the pressure on to kick a score and stop Ulverstone from scoring. They've got a dominant player in the ruck in Smith. Probably need another 1 or 2 in there with it if they can. Put a really dominant player across half forward line, playing one. Perhaps move Bridget up to see how she goes across half forward. Try and learn something out of this last quarter of the game.
3 goals to the Ulverstone Robins in that third term, Gary. So Devonport kept them to 2 behinds in the second term. It was 3 goals, 1 in the first to the Ulverstone Robins. So they've got a bit of a task on their hands, but it'll be interesting to see what they can do in the final stanza. Hope you're enjoying the round 14 fixture from the Ulverstone Recreation Ground, Ulverstone Football Ground I should say, between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies. It's for the First Responders Cup, brought to you today by Terry White Chemart Chemists. Feel free to join us for the final stanza on AFL Tas Livestream, coming back shortly. Stream for the round 14 fixture between the Ulverstone Robins and the Devonport Magpies in the First Responders Cup here from the Ulverstone Football Ground. It's in the hands of Luca Conchi. She tries to get it out towards her sister and Tyra. Tyra's unable to cleanly take it, finally wins it, then gets it towards Clark. Clark's kick forward. Not that clean. And Devonport are able to take it away. Here's their opportunity. They've got numbers forward of the football. Cleaver takes it. She's wrapped up in a tackle. That's a good tackle being applied by House. And the umpire says, I'll have it.
Luca was strong coming out of that play, out of the centre, and a couple of handball changes. She looked really good.
So ball up. Devonport. Saville. No, Morris it is. Saville came off before it. Just prior to three-quarter time. We were informed that she might have played in the NWBU.
Went down to Burnie.
They went down to Burnie, winners, Ulverstone and Burnie. So Tigers and the Red Hoppers.
I wonder how many grand finals now Phil Thomas, the Ulverstone Red Hoppers coach. I wonder how many he's actually coached to success and how many he's lost because he's had a fair stint of as a basketball coach.
He certainly has. Is Phil still coaching?
Yes.
I didn't realise that.
Yes, he was the successful coach last night.
Crikey. So Phil had been going to be 40, 50 years, I would have thought. There's Ahern out of the back. Defensive 50 for the Devonport Magpies. Just looking for a teammate there in Smith. Moves the ball forward, up towards Morris. Morris in a good contest. They've still got the footy as Devonport. And they're going nowhere, and we're going to have another ball up.
There's a clear difference in the two teams as far as when Ulverstone get out in the open, Xavier, they can move the ball forward with a little bit more precision and skill level. But Devonport's ability to keep working at contests and the will to want to try and make a contest out of this game is absolutely brilliant, and they deserve a lot of credit because to play three quarters, you haven't made a score yet, and they're still in there. The ruck is just dominating these throw-ups. Yeah,
absolutely on top of Amali Johnson. So AJ wearing her usual strapping and sleeve that she might occasionally wear on the leg as well. Usually she's covered with some form of medical tape.
Might be a budget cut in the training sheds. Like years ago, you nearly had to bring your own tape.
Well, maybe she might have been using the Savu saunas.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of hot and cold therapy. Kelsey Ahern coming up from a tackle by Marley Johnson. Smith, though, wins the tap against AJ. Ball's going nowhere. Violet's wrapped up in a tackle by Castle. Ball's going nowhere. Aylett tries to knock it clear. Smith picks it up. Her kick in forward 50 to the advantage of Cleaver. Not quite. Getting in the way was Johnson, Charlie. She holds up proceedings. And we'll get another ball up deep inside the forward 50 for the Devonport Magpies. Smith again knocks it forward. And off the ground. Lulu Graham.
Got an opportunity now. They've got it as close as they've ever had it. Devonport. Oh, could have took it out of the air and straight on the boot.
They didn't. They chose not to do so. That was different this time. That was Peyton Connell in the ruck. And Ulverstone going to come away with it. It's in the hands of Conky. She goes across goal. But they've got the numbers here, the Robins. Good Shepherd. Been applied by Tyra. Conky. Tries to share it back with Lambie, who gave it to her in the first place. DeMonte taken down in the tackle. She loses the football. And the free kick will go to the Ulverstone Robins across half-back. Aylett's going to be the target. Will she take the mark? She does. She shares the football with a teammate. Rockcliffe. Wrapped up in the tackle. Yep. I thought they might have been in the back. Unless the endeavour's great by Castle, who then throws both of the girls down and almost loses the Dax.
Yeah, they've held it up there. Holly has done. Well done. Take it out of the air, Peyton.
So yes. Peyton does. Listens to Gary. Opposite end of it is Rogers. Her kick falls in the lap of... Is that Orton? It is.
Yep.
So Orton goes wide. Oh, courage.
Courtney
Hingston going back with the flight of the football in front of Ebony Collins. Moves the footy forward. Finds Conkey. She's got a player loose all by itself. Who's that, Ashley Newman? No. Newman was running towards the goal square.
Number 20, is it?
Is that not Enright? That number 30. Yeah, it is Enright. Kelly Enright. So Enright will now have the opportunity to shoot from 25 metres out, directly in front. Should be a goal. That wind has softened quite a bit. And that's not a good execution.
Offline. And once again, Devonport had it forward to the centre for nearly 6 minutes, and it goes, south of the centre here at Ulverstone. Ulverstone have a shot at goal, and it's just that pure difference of trying to have that dominant forward that you can kick to. And you're going to win the ball and have a crack at goal. Devonport again are coming down the grandstand wing. We got it on our side. We should be able to see it now for a little while.
So Kelsey Ahern's got the ball in hand. Castle is the target. Stands underneath it. Takes a good chest mark. Then gets bowled over by Lambie. And the umpire, that's no free kick. Castle goes inboard looking for Graham.
Well anticipated there. Number 4 for Ulverstone
was
Madison Rogers.
Graham wrapped up in a tackle by Hinkston. The umpire says we'll have a ball up. Centre wing position. Still a little bit of sunshine across the footy ground. Kelsey Ahern on the tap. There's a free kick off the play.
Off the ball somewhere, called by the second umpire.
And it's going to Ulverstone. And it's going to Conkey. Not sure what for, but that's a throw umpire. Missed it. It's taken by Morris, who kicks it in. Ahern gets it. Her kick, though, not to the advantage of a teammate. We'll see what they can do.
Good pace by the Devonport
girl. Say, by Griffith. Was that Griffiths? No, number 1. Yeah, it was. Ruby. Taken there by Graham. Kicks inside 450. Almost to mark the cleaver. They lose possession. She follows back up. Is that in the back, umpire?
That's a gang tackle, isn't it? That's a pack tackle.
Was indeed.
The player down. That's that cleaver down.
That's Peyton.
Peyton Connell.
No, that was Peyton in the tackle. You're right. It is Cleaver.
Cleaver's down.
Yeah, holding a head too.
Mm-hmm. Went down in the earlier tackle, I reckon. Sort of head first, probably. If I look back. No, too late. He's up.
She'll have to come off for a head assessment, one would think. I think she might have a bit of blood on her face too.
Yep.
So been assisted off there by Ben Phipps, former umpire. She does look a little bit distressed, Gary.
Yeah, she's not walking too well. Might be a little bit concussed. She'll come off for the protocol, which will be the end of the game for her, I would think.
We have around about 10 minutes remaining in this term. The final quarter of the game.
Well, she's going to jog off. Good on you, girl.
And replacing her will be the basketballer, the Latrobe Demon, Lucy Saville. And she does look a bit proppy as well. So they're down on troops.
Yes, Lucy's not running free, is she?
No. Graham was running away from the stoppage there, but Smith has picked up the free kick, so she's going to have a shot on goal. But
could be a little bit too far out, I think. Need a tall player in front for Devonport down there. If Connell's down there, she's tall enough to take a grab here. No, she moves away from where the marking situation would be.
And it's gone out of bounds. And we're going to get a boundary throw in. So Connell will do the ruck work, I think. She will against Lambie. Lambie wins it. Ahern's there at the bottom of the pack. Tries to barge her way through.
Oh, nearly in the back. No, play on.
Yeah,
here's an opportunity.
Kick for Saville. Doesn't take it cleanly. Good tackle been applied by Morris. Surely that's a free kick.
Good tackle.
And she's being rewarded. So Mia Morris will have the opportunity to put Devonport's first on the scoreboard.
He's nearly lying on the straight, dead in front, straight out. So Mia, perfect opportunity through the result of a tackle. Make the most of this. Kick a goal.
And she's hit the woodwork.
Hits the post. And she puts the hands to the head and say, why did I do that? Well, you're not on your own, Mia. There's a lot of footballers around Australia that would have hit the post today.
Bringing the ball back in is Courtney Hingston. Target was Orton, went over the top of her. Grabbing it was Wells. Her kick, those chopped off by Smith. Go close to being best on ground.
Yeah, gee, she's had an outstanding day, actually.
Her kick, back inside forward 50, was dropped by Hingston. Applying a tackle.
She's making the effort, Mia Smith, making the effort to get down into the ruck, and under the current rules wasn't there on time, but...
Was Saville and Laps and then Riley. Had a ball up. Didn't go anywhere. We're going to do it all again. Connell versus Braden. Ooh, tackle. Using the body weight.
They're pretty fierce, these girls, both teams.
Yeah, that's Newman.
They're not standing back off waiting for something to happen. They're trying to create that thing that happens, a contest, and wanting to win the footy.
Kick back towards the centre of the ground. Lands in the hands of Clark. Her kick. Good pick up by the Ulverstone forward. Marley Johnson. Wasn't clean from there. Ball's just forward of centre for Ulverstone. They're going to get another ball up according to umpire Carpenter.
We've got it basically in the centre of the ground, nearly on the old cricket pitch there. Still a beautiful evening.
Yes, sun's back out. It's lovely.
Smith dominating.
Yeah, Aylett takes it though. There's Griffiths across half back. Kicks the ball into the centre. Taken by Orton. She's wrapped up in a tackle. That's going to be holding the ball. She's going to make 360. So receiving the free kick will be Morris Tarney. Morris plays on. Got to run a bit further too, I think. Kick's not a great one. Back towards the centre. Orton and Morris fight it out. Orton wins the contest, but she's bowled over in a tackle and going to get a boundary throw in as Taya Mansfield makes her way back onto the ground. Replacing Tyra Conkey. Kick from the congestion. Goes Devonport's Ulverstone's way. Griffiths is going to be first back there. Deemed to be pushing the back. And Ulverstone will receive the free kick. They release the ball. Moira Radford to Hingston. Inside forward 50. Opportunity presents. Go the ball, young lass. Aylett in a tackle. Wells, I should say. Well, that's a great...
Solid.
Super tackle there by Devonport. And one of them's in a bit of trouble with a bit of cramp. And that might be Ebony Collins. Johnson wins the tap this time. Ball finds its way across the boundary line. Or just prior to. Just prior to. So we're going to get a ball up just inside the boundary line. Smith wins it. Down. Taken there by Connell. Her kick is kicked back off the ground. That being by Braden. Who's that that's having the shot on goal?
Lux of Fortune.
That Aylett. Was indeed.
Yep.
So Mia Aylett has put herself in a good position there, Gary.
Yep.
To capitalise, and that she does.
Right in the right spot for when the ball come down out of that contest, looking straight at goal, not looking out the other way, straight into her arms and bang, straight, on the boot. Didn't try to do anything special, knew exactly where she was, and straight through the middle. And again, it's that consistent player up forward. You put the ball into the Ulverstone's forward zone, and there's one or two players there that's going to be able to score for you. And it's a huge difference in this game at present. 7-7-49
plays Devonport, one behind. So it's 48 points in favour of the Robins. So we come up to the last 3 minutes of the game. That's good work. Low to the ground by Wells. Kick. Lateral. Unable to be taken by Radford, but Hingston gets it. Takes on one, takes on two. She's caught the second time. A little bit too far. She says she got rid of it. I think you got to reward the effort by the tackler there.
Yeah, I think Courtney thought she was nearly full pace. Could see the goals coming up in front of her and thought, I'm going to kick a goal here, and it would have been goal of the day if she had it done. But
it's a free kick downfield given away by Marley Johnson. And DeMonte will receive the free kick. In fact, it's going to be further down the ground. So it's actually given to Morris, Tarney. She goes short. Finds Griffiths. Kick. Goes end over end. Once it hits the ground. Diving on top of it was Connell. Their endeavour for Devonport is fantastic.
Yep. Yes, you cannot knock them for the endeavour and wanting to come to the contest. It's incredible today. And actually the skill level right across both teams. They're kicking, marking, and most of the time the handball has been excellent. It's just that ability to get ball out of packs to stop these ball ups, these continual ball ups.
Encourage them to start juggling, Gary.
Yep.
Hand-eye coordination. Ooh. A little bit of intimidation there thrown or shown by the vice-captain for Ulverstone and Zoe Clark. We've got Rogers coming back on.
About a minute to go.
With about a minute to go. Coming off. Might be Elizabeth Stonehouse. Ball going nowhere from that stoppage, and we do it all again.
I had to pull the plug because we were here in Marcus Top. That's the only reason it was. That's right, Bluetooth.
Good tackle being applied there by Devonport. Well held up by Ulverstone.
And you probably see the rules today, Xavier, where you're allowed to take the tackle nowadays and not be penalised for holding the footy.
Yes.
And I think that whether it's good, bad or indifferent, but it does create all these stoppages. Where years ago, as soon as you, if you got the ball, you knew you had to get rid of it and you couldn't take the tackle.
That's right. Rogers back onto the ground. Good kick. Finds Lambie. Well, gives the players confidence to be able to go for the football.
Yep.
To possess it.
Yep.
And then hopefully they can be creative with it. Get rid of it. That's right. And that's the full-time siren. And it's 7-7-49. The Ulverstone Robins. Devonport one behind. They've kicked one goal, won that quarter to one behind, Gary. So even though the margin was 48 points that quarter, Ulverstone were actually, Devonport were possibly, well, that was their best quarter when you think about it, with regards to what they were able to hold Ulverstone to.
Yeah.
Yep.
They definitely, for the full entirety of the game, Devonport come to play footy. They're just a few players short, but Ulverstone was dominant right across the ground in all facets of the game when they got hold of the ball, the ability to move it from one player to the other and make the most of their opportunities. When you look at the scoreboard, you know, it's been a dominant day for them. Give credit to Devonport because their ability to come to the contest and create a contest is exceptional today, and I think their skill level is picking up. The individual level of kicking, handballing and marking is improving out of sight, and Mia Smith in the ruck today was superb. Was superb. If she could have found players of the quality underneath her, that she would have given them an armchair ride today.
She certainly would. And I'll give you a couple of moments, Gary, while I go through the goal scorers and some of the better players for Ulverstone and Devonport. And then we'll get your 3-2-1 and then we'll see what we've got around the grounds. With regards to our goal scorers, obviously all the goal scorers came from the Ulverstone Robins. Today, 3 to Luca Conkiel on the first term, 2 to Mia Aylett, and then 1 to Marley Johnson and also to Asher Newman. Devonport didn't get a goal scorer, but Mia Morris was able to hit the woodwork in the final term for a minor score. We're going to get the better players on the ground from each side very shortly, and that'll be spoken there by Padre out on the field. With regards to better players for the Ulverstone women, I think you mentioned them before, but Luca Conkey, possibly the most dominant player for them, obviously with 3 goals. But they had players all around the ground. So you had your Aylets, you had Wells, Rogers, Newman up forward, also Kelly Enright and so forth down back. For the Devonport girls, Ruby Griffiths across half-back, Mia Morris up forward, young Saville, Lulu Graham in the middle of the ground, Kelsey Hearn leading from the front, captain coach. Already mentioned Griffiths. DeMonte tried hard across half-back, but their best player throughout the course of the day, as you mentioned, Gary, was Mia Smith. Good service also provided by Peyton Connell. You're 3, 2 and 1, and who do you think will get the first responders medal for each of the respective sides?
Look, 3, 2 and 1, it's a toss-up for me between Conkey and Mia Smith, but I've got to go with Luca because she set the game up, and so she'd get the 3 votes today from very close. Mia Smith absolutely dominated her position on the ground. Unfortunately, never had the rest of the players to go with her, but that's 3 and 2. And 1, look, I'm going to give 1 to Courtney Hingston again. I think Courtney's a star player, the way she attacks the ground, attacks the ball, and wants to clear their defence. And it wouldn't surprise me if she might win the first responder medal for Ulverstone and Mia Smith for Devonport. We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see. While we're waiting for Mr. Leary to sort that out, we'll just give you a quick update with regards to the NWFL men's score. Down at Circular Head and Smithton Recreation Ground, where it was the Wynyard Cats 18-12 120, Circular Head 4-5 29. So big win there for the Wynyard Cats, and they've had a big week in football this week.
A real big win. They've paid their respects to Paul Atkins the best way they could possibly do it.
Absolutely, down in that neck of the woods. Games earlier on today in the Development League here, it was a convincing win to the Devonport Magpies against Ulverstone. And there you go, you're right, Gary. Mia Smith has received the first responders medal for the Devonport Magpies.
Don't know a lot about Mia, but by gee, she's got a huge future in front if she wants to stick in this space.
To play footy on, girls. Thanks for a great game. It's always tough against you girls, but I think we really put it to you today, so thanks.
Keep them together.
And the winning team Best Player Award for Ulverstone has been awarded to Luca Conkey.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh. Say something. Just massive thank you to all the girls. Thanks to the sponsors of this game. I think it's a great cause, and it's good to all celebrate the first responders. So thanks.
And the captain of Ulverstone, has to be a winner. So it'll be interesting to see who actually heads up that in that space, whether it'll be Portia or Matilda that goes and collects the cup.
I'm just thinking and looking at the ladder. Now that might put them up in front of Penguin because Penguin didn't play today, so they go to second spot now, Ulverstone.
Thanks, Devonport, for coming out. You guys definitely always put up a fight. It's tough battle out there. Girls, we got back at how we wanted to play, so I think that was really good.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much, Devonport. Thanks very much, Ulverstone.
So big thank you to our first responders, Gary, as we mentioned, for their service to the community and what they provide to all of us, whether we're playing sport or not. But they are integral, obviously, and I'm glad that the NWFL and the two clubs get together to be able to recognise those that serve others for the benefit of people's health and well-being.
Yeah, we're so fortunate across the coast, and especially here in Central Coast, our first responders and our volunteers in those groups. We'd be a very sad community without them, and they are the backbone of communities, first responders and volunteers, and we thank you very much, and we honour your services.
Absolutely, concur entirely. Well, on behalf of Jai Hannison, who's been behind the camera today, we thank Jai, Ash down in the studio, Gary Carpenter, Jacob Bevis for joining us for both the female, our main game this afternoon, which was the women's game, Gary, and the men's game earlier on with Jacob Bevis. Hope you've enjoyed AFL Tas live stream. We look forward to catching you next week, and I believe that we will be coming from Penguin.
With Wynyard.
Penguin v Wynyard, so it'll be a close game, one would hope.
And you think where the women's ladder is now, Penguin and Ulverstone play one another once more, and if Penguin lose to Wynyard next week and lose to Ulverstone against these Ulverstone Robins here, the women, Ulverstone will secure second spot. And I think the other game Penguin's got is East, so they miss a game.
So anything could happen in that aspect, and you never know. They might be able to put themselves into a grand final and have a week off.
Well and truly, and it's been actually the fixture today, Xavier's been pretty good. It's good to see Ulverstone thinking outside and playing the senior men first. We finished in perfect weather, just incredible weather, and shows you what you can achieve in footy if the clubs are prepared to think and try different things.
Outside the square, absolutely. Thank you very much for your time, Gary. Again, to those of you that have joined us on the AFL Taz live stream, we look forward to catching you for another round of NWFL Senior Men's and Women's Football, brought to you by Terry White Kenmart.